Welcome to Study Loop.
Okay, so in this question, we want to prove these two equalities about ceiling and floor functions. So it's pretty clear that if x is in your integers, then you can write x as x is equal to n for some integer. Then these equalities apply very naturally, because negative x is just negative n, and then negative ceiling of x is also just negative n. Now, ceiling of negative x is just ceiling of minus n, so that's just minus n, and negative floor of x is just negative floor of n. This is just minus n. This is an n. So the equality naturally applies when when x is an integer. So when x is not an integer, we'll first prove this one is equal to negative x. So when x is not an integer, we can write n is less than x is less than n plus by 1. So what we say is that we're just going to bound x to be in some interval. Okay, then the floor of minus x, well, we have minus n is greater than x is greater than minus n minus 1. So then we set up a new interval, and minus n, then x lies somewhere between here. So then the floor of minus x is just simply going to be this point right here. So this point will just be minus n minus 1. Then ceiling of x. So ceiling of x, we look at this one. So it will just be n plus 1. So this is minus n plus by 1, which is minus n minus 1, which is 4 of minus x. So we've proved the first one. Now the next one, we have ceiling of minus x is equal to negative floor of x. So once again, when n is less than x is less than n plus by 1, no, we have n plus by 1, circle, circle. So x lies between here. So then minus floor of x, we will take this point, so n. So this would just be minus n. Then, well, minus n is greater than x is greater than minus n minus 1. So drawing that out, you have minus n minus 1, minus n, and then connect these two. So then if we're taking the ceiling of minus x, or that should be minus x. If we take the ceiling of minus x, we will take the negative n over here. So the ceiling of negative x would be minus n, which is negative floor of x. So we have proved it as well.